Have your big shoes chicken back.
So yeah, welcome back to Kokiri Forest. The Deku Babas are kind of bigger now. Where's my sword?
Oh wait, can you re-equip it?
There we go.
There you go.
That is weird.
Ship of Ocarina giving us a scare, I swear.
So, yeah. Things are not looking good for the forest. There's Octorocks, the money's gone.
Jeez, look at all this.
And they're everywhere, too.
Like, as we checked, the Kokiris were living here peacefully. Now it's just monsters and monsters.
Why don't we call Saria?
That's a good idea.
Kokiri's invented the cell phone. You play a song. It's her ringtone.
That's so true. Hear from me again. Forest Temple.
Well, okay. Kind of in danger, so let's get in there.
I guess we got no other leads for right now. Guess we go help our friend.
Mm-hmm. Pretty sure there's no reason to examine anything else in the woods.
No, there's one, but that's for later.
Oh, wrong way. And guess who's in the way yet again?
I see someone hasn't grown up in 7 years.
Buddy, I've got a fairy. Navi, tell him who I am. Navi? Okay, we'll have to prove it another way.
His fairy is the same color as yours.
I think we've proven that they're random colors at this point.
Yeah. Yes.
So she plays it all the time, yet teaches it only to her friends.
We don't know if all the Kokiris are musically inept.
Who
By the
knows?
way, one last thing. Can you speak with me, Mido, real quick for me?
Him. Not saying the name. Also, there's random money here.
That's where a rock was.
Oh, it permanently gets destroyed. I see.
Yeah, that's why that grout is exposed too.
So the Sacred Forest Meadow is a little different too. You hear that noise?
Yep.
Moblins. Honest to goodness moblins.
Yeah?
They die in one hit to the hook shot.
Ow. I mean, to be fair, it's no matter if it's a hook chain or not, that's still a spear going right through you.
It's almost disappointing though.
Watch out!
Okay, that won't. Is
Oh, there you go.
that looks painful.
Yeah. You might want to move, by the way. Are you gonna strafe with the hook shot?
Not my style, really.
Yeah, because, not strafe. Oh, no, it is strafe, because, you can, like, lock on and then aim to the side with the hook shot. I don't know how to feel the fact that you're all poking him in the butt, though. That's gonna be very painful.
Okay. This is very weird hit detection.
Oh boy.
And now the fun part. A big one.
And this guy knows how to swing. Dude never learned how to turn around. Honey.
He had a lot of money. So the reason we couldn't get into the Forest Temple is because the staircase was kind of destroyed. That's why you need the hook shot. There's a convenient tree with a branch overhanging the entrance.
True. Oh, hello.
And suddenly, Sheik is here.
Ninja.
No one can change it. Well, that's just a flat-out lie.
I mean, we traveled 7 years, Sheik. I don't know what you're saying. That's a very
harp, huh? A harp. What an interesting instrument for Sheik to use.
Very much so. I'll say this right now. I love the temple songs.
Yeah, they've all got duets with Link and Sheik. And this is the first of the warp songs. It will teleport us straight to this location. Neat bit of fast travel.
Yep, the Minuet of Forest.
As inconvenient as it is to warp to this location unless you're intent on going in the dungeon, because you have to backtrack a little, but not that far.
Yeah. Apparently a minuet is a social dance of French origin between two people.
Really?
So, that makes sense. Yeah. Like, that's something I always like about Ocarina, is all the warp songs actually are named after actual musical melodies. Also, Link.
I don't think I've ever had that happen before. That's one way to take down a couple of Wolfos.
Yeah. Also, yeah, welcome to the Forest Temple. Apparently a Victorian-style mansion in the middle of the woods. Who built this place?
I don't know, some ancient Kokiri, but I do love its music very much.
Oh, yeah. Like, I think Ocarina is where it really sold the idea of, like, every dungeon being based, like, actual places of worship, or at least some grand sacred structure. I don't know where Victorian Mansion comes into all that, though.
Well, they figured out locks and keys, because now we're in dungeons with actual keys.
True. Also, I've been meaning to ask, why are the chests and keys looking different?
Oh, that is a Ship of Harkinian thing you can do. We didn't really see it in the first couple of dungeons. I don't think it applies until the temples, but an item that is like an actual item, like the hookshot, that will be in a gold chest, and keys will be in small silver chests.
Kind of like that detail.
And now for the central gimmick of this dungeon. Every dungeon here on out has a kind of centralized gimmick of some kind, and this is it for the Forest Temple. These 4 ghosts show up. So presumably we have to get those flames back.
Yep. It's interesting to say that I think of all the dungeons, like... Oh no, I was going to say that, but no, the Minuet actually has... The Forest Temple actually has some interesting ideas behind it. The original idea for the Forest Dungeon was actually going to be more focused on a wind dungeon.
Oh yeah, in beta versions of the game, like, I might as well see it right now. We're going to be getting, like, a medallion from every temple. And for the Forest Medallion, it was originally called the Wind Medallion. And that's going to be interesting later. But for now, Stelphos.
Ooh boy, yeah, these guys. Them with their dirges, I think? Oh, I'm trying to remember what that, like...
Oh, geez, that hurts.
Right! Right, hero mode. Oh, these guys are actually going to be pretty challenging.
Okay, I'm kind of scared now. The milk's important.
You don't want to underestimate Stalfos. They do have some weaknesses if you want to try them. For example, if you can hit them when they're exposed, they are very vulnerable to Deku Nuts.
Oh yeah, that's true. But also, I think if you thrust at their legs, you can kind of hit them there, which is kind of funny because that's how you fight them in Zelda 2.
That's true. The only thing I can tell you is, another thing is, this game does work on counterattack rules. If you dodge their attack, it gives you an opening to hit them. Though in return, they also have the same rules, so you don't want to be too crazy about it.
Come on.
Nice dodge! There you go. Nice.
That's how it's done. There we go.
Yeah.
That's the weak point.
Because they can only guard, like, the left side of their bodies.
Okay, a couple of Stalfos down.
Chris, that's what they're called. Chris knives, or Chris swords.
Ah, the swords they use. This is
Yeah.
the wrong side of the chest.
Another key. Yeah, there's your fairy, by the way.
Oh, you know what? That might have been a bad decision. But whatever.
I mean, at least have something to heal. Because I don't know if it's how consistent it is, but when it comes to dungeons, they do at least have a fairy location somewhere in the area. I'm curious what you got in plans with that Poe of yours.
It's just something I did to demonstrate that you can catch Poes in bottles.
Ah, fair.
Like, this particular Poe is not very useful. I mean, there's a guy buying Poes, but I don't think he'll take more than, like, 10 rupees for it.
Yeah, because aside from that, the only other thing Poes are used for is, as crazy as it sounds, you can eat a Poe, and it can do random assortment of things. From randomly healing 3 hearts to even taking away 1 heart.
See.
I wouldn't risk it.
What?
Eating a Poe. Sounds
I mean,
very
would
unhygienic.
you eat a ghost? Okay, so some people
Can't
would.
eat
Oh, that's why you got to be careful with the hook shot.
I mean, the thing is, you say so, but like, according to Mario 64, you can't eat ghosts. Don't stop Yoshi from trying, though.
Can I just not?
Oh
hit
yeah,
it?
this is where.
Can you not hit it from here?
I guess not. But remember, you don't have to worry about them unless they're looking at you.
Well, I just proved it, so there you go.
Yeah. I'm also glad that these bubble variants are not like the ones in Majora, where they can jinx you.
It's kind of unfortunate that they don't. That would have been challenging.
Well, I mean, this early in the game, all you really have to attack is your hook shot. Because you can't even use sticks no more.
I don't think anything other than a sword at this point will actually kill them, though, so maybe it is a good thing that they don't jinx.
Yeah. By the way, you know it doesn't need to be really said, but your Master Sword is like double the strength of the Kokiri Sword.
Ah, yes. So that means we technically don't need the sticks anymore anyways.
Your Master Sword's the stick. Or no, I think it's actually stronger than Deku Sticks even.
Nah, it's as strong. Anyway, that little thing, that's a hookshot target, just so you know for the future.
Yeah, get used to seeing them.
Oh, careful
God.
there.
Yeah, no, they may be bigger, but I don't know if they do more damage.
Also note that the chests are wooden, so, well, you have to get the angle exactly right.
I think that, or I think this is a Scarecrow point.
Maybe.
Because that's the thing. You see how Navi's flying up there? That usually means if she's doing that in a dungeon or some secluded area, you could usually summon Jean the Scarecrow. Though, wait, that's right. We technically haven't unlocked it.
Well, I did teach him a song.
Yeah, but do you think he's going to remember for 7 years?
What?
What? Wait, can you? Okay, I want to see this experiment.
Please tell me you can. That would be the best thing ever.
You can, yeah. By the way, you can hold the direction to point the shield in a slight angle if you want to aim things a little differently.
Come on, shoot at me again.
Ah, if only it wasn't ducking.
Oh my goodness!
Awesome!
That's amazing.
And this is why I love Zelda. They always think of those little details.
This guy is really annoying me, though.
There you go. And yeah, that's Octoroks for you. If they're not just shooting rocks at you. The fact that, like, in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, they have aims like gosh darn snipers. Have you ever tried ignoring an Octorok in Breath? Don't. They're too annoying.
Thank goodness there are some recovery hearts down here, but I never knew that an Octorok's shot could be reflected onto an entirely different enemy.
I guess they're considered attacking items, but like, man, you never get the opportunity to. You learn something every day.
I can't believe it. I'm learning new things about Zelda every time I play it. This is why it's a timeless classic. Oh, I made a pun.
I mean, every Zelda has something like that. Every playthrough, you learn something new with these games.
Is there anything up here? We kind of went a long way to get up here. Maybe there's like... Well, we've got like 3 keys, so I suppose it's time to start actually using them.
Yeah, like I'll have to apologize in advance. Despite the fact that I, played a lot of Zelda dungeons and explored them over the years, the Forest Temple is sadly one of those dungeons I can never put to memory.
That's no trouble. It has a lot of twisty corridors, I know.
Yeah.
So...
Like, I can get a vague understanding, but not too well. I think you haven't gone across the door that's across from the entrance, because, yeah, that one?
That door's locked. Door. Let's check that one out.
Yeah.
And here we have another one of these.
It's kind of crazy how weak they are in this compared to Majora, because I think in Majora they're hookshot proof.
You were right. I really do need to use Deku Nuts more, and we have 40 of them.
There's no reason not to. Like, trust me. I know a lot of people think that they don't have much of use. No, stunning enemies is actually very effective in this kind of game.
So it's worth noting that the icon on these blocks is different now from how it was in the 1.0 release of the game. They originally had like a crescent moon on them, and someone apparently thought that was too close to a religious icon, so that's been removed.
Yes, because that was originally the icon of the Gerudo, I believe, but it had been replaced with this more base icon, which I think is supposed to represent like either some kind of bird or just a pair of eyes staring out.
Something like that.
I kind of dig it, though.
Maybe I should like see if Ship of Harkinian can restore the original graphic for that, because there's another thing I want to restore later.
I think Ship of Harkinian does have like, because I think they all fall under like one option called like the 1.0 patch, where it basically just adds in all the stuff that was removed from 1.0, which also includes something we're gonna see in the next dungeon, actually.
If I go there next.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying maybe this time, but like for next time. Which actually would give you a chance to look and see.
Well, actually, I was thinking of doing an unusual dungeon order.
Oh?
Because when I played this game back in the day, I did actually play dungeons in a different order. Do I need to push? Or I need to push, yes.
Yeah. That's fair, because I'm trying to think myself. I know basically the game expects you to go, and I'll say this right now because I think the game's explained it to us. We were expected to go through like forest, fire, water, shadow, then spirit. But aside from the fact that like some dungeons just need very specific items that are not even tied to like dungeon items themselves, you could play this game linearly.
You definitely want to do forest first because of the dungeon item, but...
Oh no, the thing is you can't even do the other ones yet, because here's another thing. Until you complete the Forest Temple, Sheik won't even let you look at the pedestal again.
Well, you can still clear 3 dungeons without looking at the pedestal.
Ah, that's fair.
Okay, I hope I'm not going in the wrong direction.
You're not. Like, here's the thing. I guess with the Forest Temple, it's like one of those touch and feel dungeons. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but when we get into it, just my memory starts coming back to me. You're doing fine.
Fun twisty corridor.
No, when you enter that hallway, she's the one who will say, "Hey Link, look, this hallway's all twisted."
No. No way. I didn't figure that out on my own. No, sir. No way to know that.
Exactly. So, like, basically you want to be as defensive as possible with these guys. He will literally jump attack you from that distance.
Also, he's cheating. He's hovering.
Yeah. I guess when you're dead, you can float.
It also causes your Deku Nuts to not work because it'll just go flying into the hole.
That's also true. Yeah, no. This first guy, no, he's not on time limit. You have all the time you need to kill him. But the second wave, yeah, if you don't kill the second guy fast enough, the first guy will just come back.
Oh,
I don't know if he's back to full health, but yeah. You know, you don't gotta worry about the floor, but you do gotta worry about taking him out fast.
So yes, the thing about Stalfos is that you must kill them both at the same time.
Watch your health.
Lower the shield.
Jeez. I'm just saying, you might, like, be very careful. That jump attack is very deceptive.
There we go.
Oh! Had me on the edge of my seat there for a sec, my dude.
I guess hero mode makes this exciting after all. Is this chest floating?
Yes. I think it's because of the floor moving, but yeah, that's a fun fact. This chest that contains the bow is actually floating. And in fact, here's a fun fact for you. Did you know you can backflip on top of chests? Except this one, because it's floating.
Oh, really? Well, I guess we need to try it now.
Yeah, this one's just way too high for you, but every other chest in the game you can backflip easily. Also, yeah, we got the fairy bow.
Yay, we can shoot things.
We can shoot fairies? If anything, I always found the name kind of funny and cute. Though, later games would just call it straight up the hero's bow, or just the bow.
So the thing with the paintings is that you actually have to shoot them with arrows. But if you get too close, they, well, I guess the ghost tries to run away.
Yeah.
But once it has nowhere to run... There we go.
There you go. I know you just want to focus, but if it's okay, could you tattle on this ghost real quick?
I forget how. Oh, there we go.
There you go. Beth.
Beth.
Yeah. For some reason, the posters are actually named after characters from the book Little Women.
Well, they are Little Women, it seems.
True. Yeah, because I think all of them are female, but yeah, it's a weird reference, to say the least. Also, yeah, the reason why they turn invisible is, again, if you lock onto them, they'll turn invisible, but also if they hit a wall when you're attacking them. Uh-oh. Yep, like that. That's kind of what makes Pose a little annoying.
They take a lot of hits, it seems.
Yeah, again, for undead folk, they're surprisingly hardy.
I'm pretty sure I got her with a jump attack once.
You can do that. Eventually, if you keep blocking their shots, they'll uninvisible themselves.
Okay,
while you're still
this chest,
on.
it's the same size as the gold one, right? Yeah.
See? There you go. It's only that bow chest you can't do that, because it's slightly floating off the air. It's such a weird detail.
Oh, wait, wrong
but
way.
yeah.
Or is this
no, actually.
This is the wrong way. This is a dead end? No, it doesn't look like it is.
No. But you are missing something if you don't go back.
Okay, okay. Right. Now we do the twisty hallway, right?
Well, that, and there's something else. You'll see once you get through that door.
Health?
First, yeah. Health. It's mirrored.
It's mirrored. Oh, you know, like, there's another ghost here.
Yes. There you go.
I like how it detects sight. Like, it knows when you're looking at it.
Oh yeah. Also, it's if you're also too close as well. And these ghosts ain't dumb.
Nah, I'd say they're pretty dumb.
There, they don't just turn invisible and try to slap you to death with their torches.
Joel.
Joel. I've never read the book Little Women, so I don't quite know what the whole idea is. But as far as I know, even people who have read the book, they say it's just a very random reference.
Maybe the localizer felt like doing that.
Yeah, you're probably right, because it ain't the first time that like they've done stuff like that. Game localization always has funny things like that. I'm trying to remember some details on that. I got none.
There we go. You have to be very quick if you want to do a jump attack.
Yeah, to be fair, they only vanish, like, because you basically have a moment before they disappear again. Because they'll appear, they'll try to attack you, and then they'll disappear if they're locking onto them.
There's our key.
Yep. So, yeah, I'll say it's up to you where you want to go. This place is confusing.
Yeah, I'm losing track of where things are already.
Fair. I will say there is at least some merit. There is a merit to backtracking in this part, at least.
So the thing about the twisty hallway is, there's something else we could find in this room, actually.
Actually, if you want to go there, I have a little bit of a Mandela effect to tell you about that room.
Oh, really?
That other switch. So, I'll tell you right now, probably because you're going to hit it early. That switch, there's an ice switch here that'll spawn a chest from the sky. I remember at one point okay, I don't want you to don't shoot it just yet. Yeah, because the platform in it will spawn that chest that you can see on the map. I was actually standing on the spot where the chest spawned when I shot it. It, bounced, it pushed Link aside, and I wide it out, acting like I got crushed. I don't remember if that's real or not, though. And I've never been able to test it, so if you could, I don't know if you're on the right spot, but yeah, if you want to go for it, I don't blame you.
Let's see if I can...
Like, I don't even remember if it's like... Dang!
Oh, I was either just off or it pushed me away.
It did. Nah, you were just off. Like, I remember it pushed Link off heavily, and then it made Link, like, it resetted the room like Link got knocked out or something. I don't know if it's real or not, but I swear it's a vivid memory I had with this place.
Try it on your next randomizer playthrough.
Trust me, I have been, but I haven't been able to get it perfect.
Well, that chest was entirely pointless anyways because it just had arrows. Oh, speaking of which. Very easy to... Wow, that nails them.
Oh, yeah, no. The same thing happens to the Skulltulas. It's actually kind of brutal if you think about it.
Anyway, by hitting that switch, it untwists the hallway. A very cool effect.
Also, yeah, some switches can be told by that. Like, gold switches usually are one and done. Silver ones can be turned on and off. Also, I'd be weary of this room.
Ah, yes, the dreaded Wall Master room. But we're not going to be in here for nearly long enough. You need to get a boss key, so please don't forget it. Yeah, you need to get a big key now, just like A Link to the Past.
Yep. Now we're playing traditional Zelda.
Traditional, quote-unquote.
I guess this... What am I saying? This game's set traditional for modern games, Zelda games, so...
Nah, that's A Link to the Past. Everyone forgets A Link to the Past. Or do they?
Well, no, I mean, I say Link to the Past for 2D, because, like, Link's Awakening, and, like, the Oracle games, and Link Between Worlds, but I don't know if that really counts or not. Also, apparently you can collect Deku Sticks, even though they have no use for you anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's very true. I might try and get those hearts. Probably gonna need them.
Yes, careful. I will say, if you're at least a little confused, you have not...
Wait a minute.
You have not gone... What?
Aha!
Can you... Oh, you should be able to reach it. Nice ears, though. It helps them, they're so big.
Glad that was worth it. Good thing those hearts were there to lead me straight to it. Okay, do we take the door that can lock itself or the door that can't lock itself? I'm gonna poke in this room just to see.
Smart. Unless, are we going back?
No, this just goes... elsewhere, so...
Yeah, because I think that's where we came from? Or... Oh, no, that's where a Wall Master is.
Okay.
Oh, nice! You want to be careful, though. Spin attack. That works, too. Just... You want to be careful with these things. Ooh, boy. Yeah, if they grab you, they'll start draining your life. And they don't let go until they've drained at least 2 hearts, normally.
Oh, my goodness.
And by the way... Oh, that's not even the worst of it. If all 3 of them latch onto you, they all will start draining your health rapidly.
It's almost as if sending Link back to the beginning of the dungeon is a waste of time. Just kill him!
Well, technically they're Wall Masters, so they're different. I'll say it. I guess I could say this since Navi isn't telling you. I think because you have the notification off. Navi would let you know if there's any room with Floor Masters on them. Because she'll say, watch for shadows in the ceiling. Okay. Because she'll basically be the one warning you, like, hey, watch out for shadows coming from the ceiling. Because that's your hint that Floor Masters are going to come and potentially grab you, which... we mentioned them, we haven't cited it. Floor Masters will, if they grab you, will send you all the way back to the beginning of a dungeon.
They've been in 2 other Zelda games, so I think they would know.
There. It's just, for some reason, this iteration of Floor Masters freak people out the most.
They are the creepiest. It's not just about coming out of the wall or coming from the ceiling or something. Also, green ones now.
Yeah. I guess that's fair, because, like, the Wall Masters in this game are basically giant, demonic, detached hands.
Puzzle time!
I always like this aesthetic. Because we assume that's just poison on the floor, because yeah, if you jump in that water, it starts damaging you.
So this is where your Tears of the Kingdom logic will come in handy. Arrow pass through flame, arrow carry flame to frozen switch.
Chemistry. You know, I won't say that much. If that's one thing I would love to see in a Zelda game, is a Zelda game that's based solely on the elements.
The elements?
Well, yeah, because, like, yeah, we get things like fire and ice and stuff, but we never really go far with it, you know? We don't get, like, fire abilities or ice abilities. I would love to see that in some kind of puzzle or, like, adventure game one of these days.
Play an Avatar video game.
I would, but they're all not that good. I guess to be fair, since I'm always known for saying this, yeah, Navi would warn you here, basically watch out for the ceiling, it's collapsing.
It's down that way. I'll figure it out. Okay, then.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, by the way...
It forces the camera. That looks really weird.
Yeah, no, you're in third person when you do that, so you can actually walk around with the bow out. Right there. Oh, a little lower. There you go. Yeah, it's just so that you can get a full view. You'll be safe on that black tile, I believe.
Okay, I've pushed that button. That means the door is open. The switch is safe, right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Any important tiles, so like that chest is safe, any sculptural spots are safe. I guess, oh jeez. I guess what chest piece would that make the chest? A rook?
I'm gonna wait for the ceiling to collapse again. Also, thank you for the arrows. That was actually helpful.
Oh yeah, they're at least gonna give you plenty of arrows just in case. And oh boy, this puzzle.
There is no reason for this puzzle to exist.
I just wanted to give you a little brain teaser. Also, yeah, they do give you the blue ghosts piece just to throw you off.
Pretty sure.
Also, you're right.
Got it right though.
I think if you fail this puzzle, nothing bad really happens. The pieces just basically float back up and they get random reshuffled.
It helps to know that if you push 3 times, that's the same distance as a single block.
I'll be honest, of all the sisters, I always can't remember her name the most.
Amy.
Amy.
Aim for Amy.
Oh boy. Because I was gonna say I don't think Deku Nuts effective. No, I think actually Deku Nuts are a bad idea on them. It'll just make them go instantly invisible.
I'm focusing, in case anyone was wondering.
You good?
Point blank arrow shot, always fun.
Green flame. I guess yeah, because I was thinking. Technically there is, because there is a, like, Link's Awakening style indie game coming out called Elementus, which is basically that idea, just Zelda, but with the power of the elements. Your companion also, like, changes forms to different elements and stuff, too. It looks to be pretty cute. You hear her?
Yep.
Apparently ghosts can even mourn.
This is so wrong. I should be able to snipe her.
To be fair, she's probably very upset because you know, you killed the rest of her sisters.
No wonder she's gonna multiply herself.
Yep.
And Meg.
Meg. Yeah, she's always gonna hover just out of your range. Not even your spin attack can reach her, and even if it did, she's immune to your sword.
Good thing you can spot the right one instantly. And if you need more arrows, shoot the fakes.
Oh, they drop arrows?
I think so.
Huh. To be fair, she doesn't take too many.
This is the easiest mini-boss ever.
Sure, this is technically a mini-boss, because like before it was the Stalfos, but now it's her.
Whee! I'm on top of it. Whee! I think I have everything I need. That's all the rooms, all the keys, all of the... I could use an arrow refill. Unfortunately, I think it despawned.
Yeah, I think there's some jars around. Ah, well.
So, this room, are you familiar with the video game series Myst?
I've heard, like, the name is familiar to me, at least.
Well, this room really reminds me of one of the early puzzles for one of the Myst games. It's a rotating room.
Really?
Yeah. And there are a lot of... There are like these flying structures in Tears of the Kingdom that also reminded me of Myst. Myst games were cool. Weird, but why can't I hit this switch? Thank you.
Yeah, it's just being a little weird. Yeah, I'm always down. Like, I've heard of Myst throughout the time. I just never had a chance to pick it up. But that's interesting to know.
Yeah, it really does remind me of that rotating room puzzle. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, don't ask too many questions about why there was a rotating room puzzle.
I mean, why is there a rotating room puzzle in this place?
I don't know.
All I can say... Exactly, like, this is... Again, firstly, this is just a Victorian-style mansion. I don't know why it's a sacred place of worship, but...
Why are there just arrows? Give me a heart.
I want to make sure you have everything you need.
Let's see, where do we want the entrances to line up? Probably this way.
Yeah, so just push it one more time and you should be set, because I think that's everything.
So yeah, the Myst version of this puzzle room, you rotated it from the outside and had to find entrances from outside. We're missing a switch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, convenient. I was also going to ask, would you want to check if you've gotten all Skulltulas?
Yes, that's a good point. Oh, no.
We haven't.
Well, we'll come back for it.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
We found a good number of them. I'd have imagined we had them all.
Yeah. Also, yeah, this rule. Oh, this doesn't follow that contention. Because usually every room before the boss will have at least a jar that contains a fairy somewhere. But I guess not here. All we have are these fancy paintings.
All copies of the same painting.
I wonder if any of them lead to Big Boo's haunt.
Well, there is a phantom here, isn't there?
I think. Oh!
Oh, you have a horse already. I guess we don't... I guess you don't need Epona after all.
I guess it's also final boss time already.
Or not.
It's been fun.
He tore his face off. He's the clown with the tearaway face.
Evil spirit from beyond, Phantom Ganon.
And now he's Dullahan, but with the head still on.
So I see what you're doing.
Yeah, have as many of the paintings visible as possible because he's only gonna show up. I think the one that he's closest to you in is the real one.
Not that, and you can also tell which one's the real one because he's laid up and oh, hold on.
That's the one.
On top of that, his horse clamps are a surround. So if you hear where it's coming from, you know where he is. Also, you can shoot him before he even exits. As long as the portal appears, you can shoot him. Like you can shoot him now. Oh, I missed.
Oh, hello.
Oh wow. Yeah, y'all ready to play some Dead Man's Volley?
Yeah, remember Aghanim? This is actually a little bit more difficult. You know what? What am I doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing.
I thought you were gonna eat up the ghost.
That's too risky, dude.
Fair enough.
Bottles! Bottles also work here.
Ah! Nice. Because yeah, usually he is only stunned for you to be able to hit him once. So yeah. This is Dead Man's Volley. It was coined in Phantom Hourglass, but that's their explanation for the whole knocking energy beams back and forth like this. I just love how smug he is while trying to knock it back. Also, that looks painful.
Oh, I could have gotten another one. Oh well.
I guess to explain some things, if you actually fail to shoot him in the first half, he basically drops arcs of lightning. But despite what it looks like, it is dodgeable, because the arrow imprints on the floor will tell you where the arcs of lightning are going.
There we go. Still the same number of cycles.
So much for the Phantom.
Phantom of the Opera. Not.
Also, Ganon's still spying on us. That's ominous.
That's a good one, Ganon.
The gap between dimensions. Wait, sorry, saying you're taking him to Wind Waker?
Oh my goodness.
By the way, not the Japanese version, but other versions of other translations say that Ganon's instead banishing him to Hades. So, it's a Shadow Realm situation.
Banished to the Shadow Realm. You will play card games forever.
Also, we finally started our second row. Beautiful.
I only got the second row in Tears of the Kingdom just a couple days ago.
Man, you're making progress, my friend. Also, I wonder who the Sage of the Forest has to be.
You almost said wind.
Oh, hey, Saria.
Sage of the Forest Temple, but they named a water town after you. Actually, it's interesting because in Tears of the Kingdom, I just now noticed that around the Lost Woods, there is Lake Saria and Mido Swamp.
Yep. You know, there's a lot of great callbacks like that. One of the more secret ones... Well, there's like two of them I remember. One is very heartwarming, and one is actually kind of nice. So, the Zora River. You know the waterfalls that surround the Zora's domain in Tears and Breath?
Yeah.
two of the waterfalls are called Mikau and Lulu waterfalls. And yes, they're right next to each other.
Aww.
And for those who want a little more obscurity, there's like an entire wetland area that have these mini islands on them. And they're all named after various locations from Phantom Hourglass. Straight up, where there's one island called Linebeck Island. I'll never forget the man. Little tree.
A little sapling. Whoa!
Oh, little sapling.
Wait, is it? It's holding a leaf in its mouth.
Yep. Wait, a curse was stopping you from growing? Also, are you saying that your dead body's just behind you?
Someone's gonna have to chop that down, I think.
It is gonna rot eventually. And yeah, this is where we finally learn that, yeah, Kokiri's never age, no matter how old it gets. So why are we old? Well, we're not Kokiri. We're a Hylian.
Link's not a Kokiri. He was never a Kokiri. Mido was entirely correct.
He didn't have to be such a dick about it, though. And yeah, we get some... Apparently,
so there was a war.
Yeah, there was a huge Hyrulean civil war. And basically this explains where, like, a Hylian mother had to carry a baby boy into the Forbidden Forest. So she entrusted the child's safety to the Great Deku Tree before she passed.
And
this
the Deku
kind of
Tree goes with this because destiny and fate. Okay, I was wondering about that.
Yeah, like, it may seem like it's out of nowhere, but actually the Hyrulean Civil War does have a bit more context in the story of Ocarina, but we won't see that till a bit later. Also, I find it funny because the German version of Nintendo Power actually went a bit into more detail about this whole backstory for Link. But it's not really considered canon, but some of the stuff in there is actually pretty interesting. One of the big things is that instead of saying that Link's mother had passed away from her grave injuries, because anybody who goes into the forest is cursed, after she passed her baby away to, like, the Kokiri, she turned into a tree. And in fact, some people looking into some of the some people looking into some of the pages of the comic to get a better angle on the perspective have heavily implied that Mido's house is what became of Link's mother as a tree.
Link's mother turned into Mido's house, really?
At least that's what, like, the German version implies, but again, the German version of Nintendo Power comics are not canon. Just... They like to add weird stuff like that, because they also added the idea that Wario made the deal with every single demon you could ever imagine at one point, too. Just,
they can't cash in. He's smart.
No, like, that's the thing. The German Nintendo Power comic is ridiculous, because, like, for one Halloween comic... First off, they imply that all the Nintendo characters actually, like, live in, like, an apartment complex.
We never picked these up! I can't believe it!
Oh, wow.
I never thought to get this.
Rupee.
I'm just gonna steal from Saria's house. She doesn't need it anymore.
Yeah, you know, she's living in the Temple of Light. She doesn't mind if you pick these up.
No, wait, this is Mido's house. Ah, well, he's a dick.
Exactly. I don't think we even see him anymore. At least I don't know where he is.
He's still at that spot in the woods, I think.
Fair enough. See, I won't go too much into it because there's a lot of ridiculous stuff, but one of my favorite ones is for a Halloween special. They first implied that all in this, by the way, this goes back to, like, SNES era, so this isn't Ocarina. This is, like, Link to the Past Link, and, like, so just keep that in mind. For the Halloween special, they implied that all of the Nintendo characters live in an apartment complex, so that includes characters like Mario, Link, and Kirby. And Wario, just basically at this point being, like, the main villain antagonist that likes to cause nothing but trouble, was like, you know what? I want to make a deal with every single satanic entity I can think of to turn all of our lovely Nintendo capers into actual monsters. Because I think Mario turned into, like, Frankenstein's monster, Link turns into a vampire, and Kirby turns into... I forget what the guy's name is. That dude who has a head full of nails?
No idea.
But, like, you know who I'm talking about.
I don't think I do.
All I know is, like, yeah. Like, they just straight up turn all the Nintendo capers into actual monsters. And, like... it's implied that I forget who it was that saves them, but like they're like this until they find a way to uncurse them. It's the most ridiculous thing ever.
Hey, look what I can do with Epona.
Oh, you can attack trees. Because I think Epona's hooves basically have hitboxes, but like, yeah.
We proved that earlier.
Oh yeah, the cuckoos. I have no DI animation frames or anything either. That's crazy. Not DI, frames. I guess with all that said, like, what's our next goal? Because I know we're coming up on time very soon.
Well, you kind of went on a little tangent there, but I think we can make time for the shooting gallery.
Ooh, I'm excited.
You're excited for the shooting gallery?
Oh, you gotta remember, I'm the kind of guy that loves doing shooting galleries. I just love archery in general.
Not this house.
Actually, there is something in this house.
Oh, you're right.
And I was like, oh yeah, that's right, we do have it.
Here we go again.
Yeah, dude, this is someone's house. Why are you here? Go home.
Yeehaw.
That does unlock something, but we'll get to that later. Also, yeah, remember when this place was being built? It's finally built after 7 years.
Oh, yeah. Oops.
Yeah, you want to show them your bird. Ojiro.
Kojiro. However it's pronounced.
I assume it's a Japanese name?
It probably is.
Also, I don't know if Kokus are naturally blue, but alright.
I mean, anime characters have blue hair and stuff all the time.
That's true. Characters in the series have blue hair, even.
Hello, Cafe.
Oh, that ain't till like 3 months from now, actually.
So, I've already messed up. Like, the targets are all the same, but they're now in a random order to trip you up.
Yes. On top of that, the bow does have technically slightly different timing. One more time. Yeah, the Deku... Not Deku. The slingshot basically had, like... It was slower than the arrows, where the arrows are basically almost instant. Which is what makes them hard to fire at times.
At least I know the blue ones are coming up.
Yeah. Perfect!
Second try is not that bad. Anyways, you get a quiver upgrade.
A big quiver.
And there's no reason to play that ever again.
Oh.
Alright, I think it's time we stop the episode for today. Next time, we will be seeing what's up there. But also probably collect a couple of other things first. Or just go up there if we feel like it. Depends.
I know. Yeah, that mountain looks angry. What did we do?
So I will simply go up the trail in order to set my spawn point.
Oh, again, I destroyed the gate.
Well, that was a very unimpressive gate, was it not?
Not really. Imagine as soon as you got the Trade Force, like, the very first thing I'll do with this power is smash through this gate. People should be able to go and come as they please.
Which is oddly free of him in his new conquered world. Anyways, ooh, giant boulder. Well, I suppose I will have to dodge boulders until next time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ephraim225.
I am Reverse Navi.
And this has been Ocarina of Time. See you later, everyone.
Have a good night.